Okay, so quick little update. It's Sunday. Going for a quick ride. Yesterday I had a little bit of a free time, so I decided to go ahead and remove the big ugly stock tail. Now the bike looks much cleaner. Here's how it looks from the back. I retain the stock blinkers, but the company that I choose for the tail tidy, they were selling a kit where the tail light got integrated into the rear of the motorcycle, and it has a blinker option as well. So now I'm definitely more visible, I think, with two blinkers. So being in New York and distracted drivers, I think that's actually gonna work out pretty well. Yeah. Still gonna spend some time in this setup, see how I like it. Maybe I will choose to change the stock blinkers out for some aftermarket, but right now I think it does its job. Clearly you can see the blinkers on. You know, I think considering how small the taillight section is, I think keeping the stock bigger blinker might be a good idea to increase visibility on the road. But yeah, here's how the bike looks right now. I think it cleaned up the rear end of the bike pretty well. You know, I installed a helmet lock. You can see it's on the rear pack. And the only other update is I installed a cute little bell from my wife, you know, a token to keep me safe, saying never ride faster than your guardian angel can fly. So hopefully that will keep me safe on the road. I definitely had similar bell on my last bike, and I do enjoy having that token from my wife with me at all times when I ride. But anyway, we're gonna go for a quick ride. Same road, nothing special today. You know, I don't have much time, but I want to at least go for a quick little ride. Another update: license plates did get stolen. I have a replacement. So going to the DMV is never fun. Had to go file a police report, then make an appointment with DMV, and you know, my registration was already up for renewal, so we went ahead and paid for that as well. Now we all set for the whole season. The only thing we have to do is enjoy riding. One thing that I still have left to install is a USB charger. I have it at home, but the tail work took me longer than I expected. I didn't have time to do that, but that's something I can take care of next weekend. So once that's done, last remaining mod that I want to take care of is a exhaust. Definitely want to go with Yoshimura. I had it on my last bike. I like the way it sounds. I think it's gonna change the audio quality of this bike. The exhaust note definitely for better. So right now they're on back order, so I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but something to look forward soon enough. All right, let's go for a ride. One important change: I did change settings on my camera. Before I was recording using the D-Log settings. I wasn't too happy with the recording quality. First, I thought it was because inexperience in editing the videos, and that's what's causing issues and degraded quality. But then, as I researched online more and more, some other people had similar issues, and generally the consensus was that the D-Log is not really D-Log, so you're better off sticking with the normal settings and leaving everything on auto, and the camera copes with the outside environment better than in the manual custom mode. We'll see how that goes. Definitely I want to spend less time editing and more time writing, so I think why not, you know? I don't need to be one of those guys pretending that I have everything in manual settings and I know what I'm doing, because obviously I don't. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, So I don't know if you're picking this up, but the bike sound changed a little bit as well. That's coming from the intake, which is located right under my seat. So pretty much I removed the, I don't know what they call them. They're like little rubber tubes that you know, I don't think they do it much. The only thing they do, they restrict air. I think originally probably the idea was to simply make sure the water doesn't get in, but since it's under the seat, the likelihood of water getting is very small, so I removed that. And there's a little, like a sponge looking filter in there on top of the paper filter as well, so I removed that, and that definitely changed the sound of the bike a little bit, you know, made it sound that it sounds deeper now. And I feel like the bike responds better too, a little bit, not like, you know, it's a completely new bike, but it does respond pretty well. And that, you know, additional sound is actually pretty cool. I like it. It's deeper. Still pretty windy. So the next the next upgrade I want to do for this motorcycle is to add Yoshimura exhaust. Right now they're on back order, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But I definitely want to change how this motorcycle sounds. And I had Yoshimura, I think it's you pronounce Yoshimura, in the past, and I was really happy with the quality and the sound of my last Suzuki motorcycle. They only make a stainless steel version now with like just one or two carbon inserts. In the past, what I had on my Suzuki SB650 was their Alpha slip-on, which was made completely out of carbon fiber. I would prefer that one if they're gonna make one. But if it's stainless steel, all they have, I'll be okay with that. You know, it is what it is. But full carbon would be better, I would say. Another thing I want to do this year, I want to take one of those Yamaha training programs. I know they offer in New Jersey, so I've been thinking about signing up for one. I think training is always good, so probably gonna do they have three different types if you look at their options, but one is more street oriented, so I'm probably just gonna do that one. It's significantly less expensive. And then they have more on the track racing experience oriented, which they have either a 1-day program or 2-day program. So I'm gonna do that next. Not sure if I'm gonna do both of them this year, but definitely something I want to look into and get better at riding. Like I said, more training is never a bad option. Looks like there was some kind of show. So me and my wife, we are gonna make tuna tartar today. So my job is to get an avocado. I don't know how much room I have in my little tail bag, but getting one would definitely make her happy. Typically I have like a little swing bag, but yeah, I don't know what I did with mine. That would be a much better option. So I do use this bike to go grocery shopping every now and then. Obviously only when I need like a small things. One or here, two to pick it up. I definitely enjoy more going do those things on a motorcycle than in a car. So that's typically like my excuse during the week to go riding, right? Well, we need something for the house. We need something for the fridge. I'll be right back. And I would sneak in and ride like that. It's not the most thrilling ride when you go to just the grocery store, but you know, you can always link a couple side streets and make it more enjoyable. Definitely beats being in the office. Slow boss. Why are you going so slow? No more ice, at least I can't see it here. We'll see if we can see it later on. Nice, I love this view. A lot of potholes though. No ice over here either. What a day. What a nice day. It's a little bit chilly with it, but it's still very rideable, I think. Oh, there is ice there. So there is still evidence of winter if you want to look hard enough. Oh, more bikers. Beautiful day. Absolutely stunning. There are someplace police here, so not worth going too fast. But let's not go too slow either. I forgot to mount my phone. Typically Waze helps to warn me about cops ahead. Definitely works in this area. Ah, love the view of American flag here. My favorite. Absolutely. Yeah, I think the levers need to go. I went way too extreme this time. I do feel a little bit of cold without having the gears on, but I'm gonna put the jacket on the way back. We may be like a halfway through. I'm now wearing underpants, so that adds to the chill factor in my legs. I am not wearing my heated gloves. I'm using my Gore-Tex gloves, which work pretty well, but I can feel some cold on my fingertips. not cold, maybe chill. So I can feel some chill on my fingertips. It's definitely bearable, right? But the longer you go, the more pronounced it's gonna become. Look at that sky. Look at that sky. That's what it's all about. Then I'm gonna turn the mode down to the lowest traction control setting. I feel like it slows down the bike to some extent on the launch. So I just want a little bit more of the line ground than what this bike is giving me. It's funny that this bike is definitely stronger in terms of horsepower, and I think in terms of torque, that SV650, but it doesn't feel like it, definitely doesn't feel like it. And I think it's because the wheelbase is longer, if I'm not wrong, so it's very smooth bike. It's really fun bike to ride, not overwhelming or anything. Just a perfect, torque to horsepower ratio for like somebody that just want to get out of the house and enjoy your neighborhood, enjoy the road. I like it. Oh, another thing, I've been I've been buying shoes. Just like, let's start from the beginning. Just like any beginner, when I got shoes for the motorcycle, I got whatever was the top pick on Revzilla.com, right? Not too expensive. I didn't want to go into like a sports motorcycle specific type of clothes or shoes, right? So I just selected whatever was just normal looking, and it was one of their top picks. And I was happy with the shoes. I can't say nothing wrong about it. But then there's this guy on YouTube, I think called Cycle Fanatic. So he recommended Indie Ridge, and I bought the shoes, and I'm tough on shoes, like brutal on my shoes. My wife never can believe that it takes 3 months and all my shoes look like I've been wearing them for 10 years. They just destroyed, right? Probably my size has something to do with it, right? I'm 240 pounds, 6'3", right? So not a small dude by any means. Plus, I guess I like to keep my feet low to the ground, so I do scratch them and beat them often. But yeah, anyway, I bought the shoes from them, vented this, I like them, they starting to having more and more sign of wear. So I'm like, okay, let me just email the company, right, and let them know that I wasn't happy with them. And amazing customer service. The guy goes like, hey, you're still within your 1 year warranty period. Here's the email, just let them know, we'll send you a new pair. They paid for the shipping back label, right? And yeah, I have new vented shoes on the way back from them. So I did buy another one which is not vented, and it's funny, like you could question, why would you buy shoes that didn't last for you again, I say, first of all, I bought it because of the customer service. I was going to throw away the shoes and buy a new pair. So now I have 2 pairs, which is great. The customer service definitely was worth for it. Second of all, no matter what shoes I'm going to buy, I'll probably destroy them in 6 months anyway, right? So if somebody gives me that kind of customer service, you know, and is as good as any competition, yeah, I will give him my money, you know, because technically I got 2 pair of shoes out of 1. No hassle, no nothing. And I do like the design of the shoes. I like the art they put on the boxes. I know it's a small thing that might not matter to most, but I do enjoy it. It's a motorcycle based art, you know, and it looks cool. They do include free bandana or whatever they call them. I don't know what they call it, but whatever. They do include that one for free, and that one comes with a warranty as well, by the way, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Not that I ever gonna warranty item like that, but just the thought, it's worth it. So if you're looking for shoes, I definitely would check them out. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. I have no subscribers, right? I'm just a happy customer, right? So highly recommend. And the older customer experience that I had, really crazy good customers experience, was with DJI. I went to Mexico and I have one of their cheapest drones, right? And you know, and I was flying it over Isla Mujeres, and I guess that was a restricted zone, so it brought me down and crashed into the ocean. Well, guess what? They replaced it, no problems either. Once again, I thought I'm just out of luck and not gonna have a drone anymore. Excellent customer service. And before that, I ordered the drone from them, and I guess they didn't have any more in US, so they shipped it from China. So it got stopped. It got in customs, right? It got stopped in customs and got returned to them, you know. So just for inconvenience, they gave me like $10 credit, you know. Once again, great customer service. Didn't have to do it. Obviously, it wasn't their fault that I got stuck in customs, right? Okay, so when I change this to TC1 setting, the bike just pulls, you know. It just came alive. So the TC number 2 setting definitely restricts your offline performance, which, once again, cold tires and everything, cold temperature, I think that was a good choice to start off your ride. But now, you know, my tires are warm and I do want a little bit more ground, and it's definitely giving me that, exactly that. Like, yeah, the bike is just coming alive way quicker. Yeah, it just keeps pulling me, pushing me back. So, and like, once again, I'm not a small dude, so it takes some horsepower to push me back. Now I actually, like before, I couldn't use a brake. I didn't have to use a brake to slow down before the turn, right? But now I definitely have to use the brake. Like, not to brake, but just to trail brake a little bit, right? Just in case something unexpected is gonna find me on the other side of the corner. But the bike has so much torque, you don't need it, because the torque slows you down. You know, as soon as you release the throttle. Oh, that was nice. Forgot to put the blinker on. So we're gonna go look for my wife's avocados. Yeah, this clutch is way too low. I need to bring it up just a notch, just a touch. Well, I'm not gonna take you inside of the store. So, see you soon. So before I go inside the store, here's a perfect example why I think keeping the stock blinkers is a good choice. It's definitely more visible, right? Those tail lights are not that big, so having ability to, you know, retain the stock blinkers, I think increase visibility a lot. Not saying it's not visible at all, because obviously standing right here I can see it, but I think it directs more attention, or grabs more attention from the traffic behind you. So yeah, okay, let's go get my avocado. So now here's a proof that a motorcycle you can use for more than just screwing around. Now the problem will be, how do I fit everything in here? Got an avocado, cilantro, and some jalapenos, not jalapenos. But yeah, let's go make some tuna tartar. Just make some room in the back. I don't know if my wife is gonna be happy with the avocado I got, because it's not very soft, but this one was the softest one they had. So we will see if we can make this work or not. Don't want to squash it. I have some like a tire repair tools and stuff like that in there. Don't want to bruise the avocado with any of the tools, but I think this will work just fine. So there it is. It will do the job. It will have to. All right, so at least she will be happy. We do have cilantro, we do have avocado, and we do have jalapenos. Jalapenos are for my ground meat, but still. All right, let's get back on the road. See you guys later. All right, we are back. We got our avocado, we got our cilantro, we got our jalapenos, and now we're heading back home. What a nice day. And as it always should be, or as it always appears it is, it's gonna be even nicer on Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna start approaching 60s. We are in residential area, so we don't want to go too fast. Have to be respectful of people that live here. We got a sun hitting us straight in the face. school right here, so we need to slow down. Although it's the weekend, so there shouldn't be a speed limit, but I think the speed limit here is enforced no matter if it's school day or not. But yeah, we're approaching 2,500 miles on this bike, and I really need a louder exhaust. That would be my choice. Like, I know people always say you're supposed to be brake trailing, you know, but then there's no way with this bike. It's like it slows down on its own. Like, see, obviously I do probably slow down too early, right? But once again, we are in residential area, so you never know there are driveways. So I've got to be extra careful than have regret down the road. But yeah, a nice day for a ride, and I don't have to have the heated gear on this time. I do feel some chill in my bones, but it's not unbearable, right? And if you like cold, then it's definitely bearable, right? And I do enjoy cold, so that's that. Unicycle. For sale by owner if you're interested. Looks like a big house. Easy access to the highway. We're just gonna cruise. Wow, look at the sky. I love it. I put only, I think, ND filter number 8, but you know, I could have easily went with 16 or even possibly 32. So this might have been another rookie mistake, but you live, you learn. We're gonna get to the front of the pack, I think. my favorite generation of Mustang. Wide body, you don't need a wide body day kit. The Mustang comes with a wide body kit of factory. I love it. Here's our stop sign, which is more of a suggestion. Thank you. Still recording? Yep. Well, I was hoping this movie won't be as long as the last ones. I think my movies are way too long and people are just not watching them because they're boring. But, hey, I'm doing this for myself anyway. Speed camera ahead. Well, thanks God, because I was only doing, according to that one, I was only doing 24. Where's the speed camera? Oh, right there. Oh, why are you lying? Such a liar, those cops are. I'm going speed limit and they telling me I'm speeding. I don't know what they think. Stay awake, stay alive. Well, this bike keeps keeping me all awake, so no problem. Oh, Popo. Yeah, this bike is definitely more alive. I think that's police. Yeah, that would be not fun if I would just blow by him. That would be a good way of getting in trouble. So I guess my ride just slowed down, but he's speeding. Should we pull over and give him a ticket? Officer, why are you speeding? It's 56. This is 40-mile speed limit, and you're heading into a work zone. Bad car. No donut. definitely speeding. Officer. Slow down. You're here to protect and serve. Take him on the right. Good job. Oh, this is MTA. Okay. So I think I can go by him with no problem. But, you know what? Let's enjoy the day. Look at that little river or stream. Once again, if you're a cyclist or runner, come and check out this area. You know, the path that goes next to the Bronx River Parkway is awesome. Awesome. It's my favorite thing about living around here, and I wouldn't trade for anything. It just extends your background. It extends your backyard significantly. Officer. I love how easy this bike turns, how easily I am able to change direction. It just dances underneath you like a bicycle. And that exhaust, man, it did change how the bike sounds. It definitely, you know, I don't know why Suzuki designed that inlet the way it did. But you know, think about it. Suzuki's using this engine and all of these designs, not just in this bike, right? It goes into their adventure series as well. So I guess if you're riding adventure bike and you might be going off-road, having that extended inlet for the air helps to keeping the breeze and dust off, right? And obviously we're gonna spend all this motorcycle gonna spend its entire life on the street, right? So I think, you know, removing that restriction from the intake is a good thing. And because of the design of the engine, where the heads are somewhere right here, means there's not that much heat in the back, right? So there is no reason to redirect, like pull the air even from farther away, because I mean there's no benefit to it whatsoever. So I found a place that actually around where I live that I can go and get the motorcycle tuned. First I was thinking about just taking the ECU out and sending it out, but what I noticed, how much work it takes to take out the ECU. And once again, it's not about the work, it's about, you know, my bike spends all his life outside, you know, on the street, and I don't want to take out the bike, assemble back together, send it out for a flash, and then do it all over again, right? It's just a painful process when you don't have a garage, right? So I found a local place, dealer actually, that provides ECU flashes and tunes. So we're gonna order a exhaust as soon as Yoshimura becomes available. We're gonna get their full exhaust, we're gonna do a swap, and we're gonna get a tune. And then that's gonna be pretty much it for this motorcycle. It's gonna be exactly the way I want it, you know. I do, although I don't care about the look of the mirrors, I do like their functionality. I like how much I can see, I can see in them right behind me, and I'm one of those person, even when I drive my car, I check all the mirrors, right, constantly, right? So it's like a habit that I developed over the years. And I think especially with riding a motorcycle, when somebody can just easily rear-end you, it's even more important. So I decided I'm gonna keep these bunny ears and spend the money on the exhaust instead. Same like I decided I'm gonna keep the stock blinkers instead of getting aftermarket and spend the money on the exhaust. And I think that's a better investment for me long term. So that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, we're just gonna spend the money on trips, because I want to enjoy riding this bike. I don't want to throwing more money on something that is a very beginner budget friendly platform, right? I don't think there's a benefit. And honestly, you know, I already went through this with my SV650. I had built it exactly the way I wanted, and I loved it, right? And you know, and I kind of know what I want and what I don't care about, right? And the blinkers, I don't think I'm gonna care about, but the exhaust, I do. Man, I think once I get this exhaust, this bike just gonna sound exactly how I want it. Because even with this intake mode, it sounds really good. Well, at least I can hear it better, which is, you know, an improvement over how it sounded before, which was more metallic. So yeah, that's it. We're back home.